Who would like to recall last session?
Say what I always say. I'm more than willing to do it. I remember what was going on, but if I get an inspiration for it, I'll end up passing it to somebody else. So it's up to you guys. Unless somebody else wants to recap.
My stance is I'm always okay with the storyteller recapping.
You're the guy with the book.
I am the guy with the book. That's true. So the book starts ruffling and the pages make a bunch of tattering noises, and that was the recap, and everybody else missed it because you guys can't speak book. No, so last session we made our way to the Black Obelisk, and at the Black Obelisk we found what we believed to be a wizard who was supposed to give us advice on where to find the Bleeding Citadel, where we believe the sword to be. After he revealed to us that he was trapped, we performed a little ritual to try and free him, which utterly failed, as Felix wondered if it would, which is why he didn't. He pretended to participate but didn't actually participate, and a whole bunch of little stuff went off. People got zapped and/or got little things following them around, or all sorts of different effects played out. The wizard in the center eventually revealed himself to be a Baldur demon, which is like a gorilla demon, and explained that he needed help getting out before he would help us with anything. And the only way he could get out was if we went and talked to the leader of the next level of hell, which, when we arrived at the Mirror of Mephistopheles, a cambion demon who was frozen came up to the mirror to talk to us, and this person spoke as proxy for the ruler of the land. And the way he spoke, because he was frozen, was by dumping hot water down his face, like boiling hot water down his face to thought, right, saying what he needed to say, and then his face would refreeze. So he had to continually redo that to himself, which seems graphic until you realize that he's immune to fire damage. So
yeah, it's just warm water to him.
Yeah, the heat didn't really bother him. Felix had everybody wait on the vehicle because for multiple reasons, he was nervous somebody was going to get touched or was going to touch the mirror and get sucked to the other side. He also expected deals to try to be made, which they were, but he feared that he believed it was better to sacrifice himself to a deal than the rest of the party. So he went up to talk to this cambion, and the cambion said that he would help us, that he would see that the Baldur was released or tell us how to release the Baldur, provided one condition was met, and that was that we go to there's a pit, I think. And in this pit, we're supposed to dam up the river Styx. To which Boston cut him off and was like, wait, so you mean we have to change the flow of the river Styx? The river Styx that only gods are supposed to be able to change the flow of. The river Styx that belongs to my mother, and only my mother, or my mother is the only god that can change the flow of it. And you want us to do that? And the cambion was like, well, yeah. And Felix was like, deal. Oh, wait, and can we also get how to let the guy out too? Like, I'll do that for free, but like, can we let the guy out? And so the cambion was like, sounds like a plan, and crafted an imp out of snow. This imp is named Frostbite, and Frostbite joined our journey. He is carrying with him some sticks that appear to be some kind of frozen dynamite. Is the long and short of that. And yeah, he joined the party. To that end, when we're back on the vehicle, I actually just kind of explained to everybody what the plan is. But while I'm doing this, I am recasting Flock of Familiars so that I can get rid of Spicy Chicken George and Spicy Chicken Lenny. And I'm resummoning my imps. But in this case, I'm summoning 3 of them. Sai, who is my main imp, but I'm also summoning... Where are my notes? Zar and Orin are the 3 imps that immediately work for me. Orin, the last time anybody saw her, she was stalking Gilwyn. That's the lady imp. So once they're all summoned, while I'm explaining to the party what the deal is, I would have them pull Frostbite aside, because their big thing is that the reason they work for me is I'm starting an imp union, so that imps, basically all imps are in a contract with me, but in exchange for being in a contract with me, they get I only require one thing from them. They can make contracts for how many ever souls that they want in the mortal world. They can do whatever they want in the mortal world by being bound to me. In exchange, their contract has to have a stipulation on it that good or evil, no matter who they make this deal with, for 100 years, when their souls come down here to Avernus, they have to serve on the front lines of the Blood War between, because I know Jaime probably doesn't remember my original deal because it was made when Wes was GM. But the deal was that 100 years serving in the Blood War, where they serve as themselves. They don't come to hell as lemurs and then imps and then work their way up. They come as themselves after they die. And at the end of that 100 years, depending on how they served, if they served in goodness, then they have a chance to redeem themselves. And if they served in darkness, then they fall like they would have otherwise. But that's basically the stipulation on the contract. And in exchange, they can basically, the imp can come live in the world and work with me at the movie, or not the movie theater, but the acting theater that we built in Baldur's Gate. Like all the souls you could want. So they're trying to plus sell Frostbite on joining their thing, while we navigate to the pit, which I didn't write down a name for the pit, Jaime. Did you give us a name?
I did.
Can you give it to me one more time and I'll write it down?
Let's see. The Pit of Shummrath.
Of Shummrath. How do I spell that?
SHUMMRATH.
Pit of Shummrath. Okay. And then I'm gonna go into my inventory. So yeah, if my chickens are in the my spicy chickens are in the combat tracker, you can remove them. Looks like you can also probably remove the Barlgura since he's not with us. He's back at the obelisk.
I only saw one spicy chicken in there.
Oh, good. Even better. My imp can be added to it if you want to drag him over, but he needs to roll a persuasion check on convincing. No, Fick, you did not.
Okay.
My character, Boston, did. And in legend, we're going to say that Stone did, and in legend, you are Stone. But that's all part of the story. The only, in D&D 5e lore, the only person that can change the river Styx is the Raven Queen. And
I thought I changed it by grabbing a sample of it.
No, like actually change it, like change the flow of it, make it flow the opposite direction, or in another direction. Just scooping water out of it is not the same. And what we did to get your vials was I used shape water to fill your vials. So arguably, I used magic to do it, to change the flow, quote unquote. But yeah, in actual lore, only the Raven Queen can, and that's one of the things that pisses off a lot of gods. In particular, the evil version of Tiamat really, really, really wants the ability to change the flow. We have a good, well, quote unquote good. We have a good guy, not necessarily good aligned, but good guy version of Tiamat that we have no idea how she feels about the river Styx. But part of the thing is we want the universe to believe that Fick can change the flow of the river Styx.
Okay.
So, no, you didn't. To answer your question, no, you didn't. But if anybody asks, yes, you did.
Okay.
Exactly.
That worked even better than actually doing it.
Sai is going to roll persuasion to convince the other imp that joining the imp 401, I don't know what we want to call them, the imp union is in its best interest.
You're gonna have disadvantage.
Well, then it'll roll naturally, because between me and the other imps convincing them, I should have advantage. I've had advantage on every other imp check all game.
Okay, then it's neutral.
Okay. Damn, because I nat 20'd that.
Womp womp. Ouch.
Oh, that doesn't count because I didn't roll it. This one, there we go. Which is persuasion,
Wow.
so 21.
That die went into like the 4th dimension.
Well, the good news, he doesn't spit ice at you. But he still remains very cold.
I'm not and straight up, they would explain to him that like they're not asking him to change his loyalty to Mephisto or whatever at all. They're saying, in fact, they would sell it as, look, the whole point of an imp to get more power is that we purchase souls, which then feed the power of our masters. In exchange for basically agreeing to be one of Felix's familiars that he could call upon, we just get to call. We can go to the mortal world whenever we want and collect souls. As long as he's in the mortal world, as long as Felix makes it back to the mortal world, they can go there and collect souls all they want. They just have to get have the contract have that stipulation on it. So, but yeah, because I'm technically not even supposed to have access to imps as a familiar, and I've already been able to collect 3 in game, and then it was never discussed how many other ones I've gotten. But basically, for every member of I have 3 named ones, and then for every member of the Marionettes that exists, there's supposed to be an imp that owns its soul. So, presumably, that means I've got at least 83 of them out there somewhere, because that's all that was collected in that night. But so I'll leave it at that, because that's between the imps, not Felix and the imps. If I need to persuade them, I can roll a lot higher than 21. In the meantime, who's making our navigation check?
I believe that would be your Crickendall.
Lulu or whoever's driving. Oh, or Crickendall.
And since he's a native, I believe it's D12s. Okay. Don't mind that. Okay. So I don't think I have an image for the pit of Shummrath either. By the way, who are you giving the
Inspiration point to?
Yes.
I think I gave it to Druzzl last time, so I'm going to give it to... We'll give it to Fick this time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Get the feeling he'll probably need it.
Hey Google, turn on the office light. Thank you. And let's see. Sorry, I've been sick for the past week, so I have a lot of phlegm in my throat. Still.
enough.
Okay. A deep rift slashes across the surface of Avernus for as far as the eye can see. The canyon is over a mile deep and filled with a lake of green slime that undulates as though breathing. From a nearby cliff, a tributary of the River Styx cascades down into the slime. Dangling from a bent iron crane that leans out over the chasm is an iron cage containing a hairless, green-skinned humanoid wearing shackles on its ankles. The crane lowers the cage by a chain into the slime, immersing the creature in the goo for a minute before hoisting it back out. This dunking continues again and again and again, and the trapped creature seems helpless to stop it.
I look at Gilwyn and ask him if he can identify the creature.
I will certainly try. You said it was a humanoid, wasn't it?
Yes. I said it was a green humanoid.
Guide yourself, sir.
Guide myself. I will guide myself. And what is that? Nature?
It depends on what type of creature it is. It could be nature, religion, or arcana. I assumed it was nature because he said creature. I didn't catch the humanoid, otherwise I probably would have rolled arcana myself.
Fair.
Jaime, what role would he need?
In this case, I believe that arcane would be the best.
Oh.
Either arcane or religion.
Arcana or religion?
Yes.
Okay,
I am
party.
the same.
I have a 9 for my roll. Does anybody in the party have a higher roll for identifying with arcana or religion?
No, I only have a +1 in both.
You said a 9?
Yeah, I have a 9 in arcana.
No.
What about you, Fick?
No, I got a 3.
Okay. Guide me.
I got you.
I got a 22, and I'll go ahead and spend that guidance just to make it higher because I can. A 25.
There you go.
Higher and higher. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. So I will, or do you want me to whisper it to you or just tell you outright?
Just tell me outright because I would share it with the party.
Okay. What she's
From a roleplay perspective, I would have Gilwyn with his super high. I would say, "What do your elf eyes see?" And then have him describe the creature to me, and I would use that to identify it.
okay.
I
What?
can roll a perception if needed.
No, I got a 25. I'm sure we did fine.
Fair.
It justifies you casting guidance on me. It was you describing what you saw.
Ah, fair. I like that.
What you find is an ultraloth.
The shit is an ultraloth. We've met Yugoloths and Mesoloths.
Apparently it is that thing.
It is an alien.
It is an alien.
From the movie Signs.
They're
Yeah.
or ultraloths, like the other loths, are neutral evil outsiders.
So whoever he is, we can trust him so long as we're useful to him.
Yeah, like getting him out of that cage.
That's probably about the long and short of it.
Yeah, so I say that to the party, like, it appears to be an ultraloth, which about the most I can tell you is that, with my 25, do I know if it's more powerful than the other loths we've seen? The picture looks more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, then I would say that. I would say it's an ultraloth. I've only heard of them in tales. We have encountered other loths since being here. We know that they are somewhere from between the realms, and I kind of like look at Gilwyn because he was the one who explained loths to Boston. That they're from between the realms as far as neither devils nor demons. And I believe that we'll be able to trust him so long as we're useful to him, in which I could see Gilwyn saying, like, getting him out of the cage. And I say, yes, but there is a danger in that. If he's being dipped in whatever slime that is, I then point to the tributary that's feeding Styx water into it. It is quite possible that that lake is polluted by the river Styx, and it is, as I've explained to you all before, the waters of the river Styx are known to erase one's memory.
Hmm.
I want a sword.
We don't even know if this one has a sword. He is in a prison.
That sword just looks really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a scimitar, a fancy one.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
What does the party think we should do? Should we try to get him out of the cage, or should we just go about our business? What does Frostbite have to say about the situation?
Yes, you want it?
Um,
You want it?
Yeah.
You can have it. Wash it before you use it.
let's see. He looks down, or he looks over at what you're...
Jaime, I love you, but in canon, I just heard Frostbite say, well, of him being dipped in the slime. Well, wash it before you use it. If I hadn't already given Fick an inspiration, he'd have one now.
Yeah.
I'll give the one you would have given me to Gilwyn.
Well, then I've got to lose mine.
Ah.
But, okay, sorry, Jaime, I didn't mean to interrupt you. That was just really funny to me. Go ahead.
He doesn't seem to pay any heed to it. Honestly. Like, he's focused on his task.
The tributary?
Yes. Thank you, love.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't even look like this person is even part of his objective.
Solid. I'm suddenly now picturing Frostbite. Like, in appearance, he's Mole Man from Atlantis. But in roleplay, I see him like, look, I made a bridge. It only took like, 2 seconds? Like that guy.
Kinda.
All right. I look at Gilwyn, since he's technically party leader, and I say, well, Frostbite doesn't seem to mind that there's a prisoner there. And to be clear, while we have rescued other souls from hell, do we care about the souls of, and I use this term politely, monsters?
You know, I do find it weird that we have been rescuing so many strange situations like this. We are in hell. Like, I was going to say that myself. We are in hell. And I hate to be, like, victim blamey, but maybe he deserves it?
I mean, this is my understanding, Loths are just as expansive, even though they're neutral, they're just as expansionistic as demons and devils. He could simply be here scouting for his people to expand, in which case his prison is one of his own making.
I do have some more text that you would probably know about Ultraloths, which might help in your decision. Ultraloths command the Yugoloth armies of the Blood War. An Ultraloth looks like a slender gray-skinned humanoid with an elongated head. Its face bears no features except for two ovoid eyes. These eyes can become sparkling pools of light that can transfix other creatures and leave them rearing and helpless. Frequently at one another's throats, Ultraloths continually scheme to enhance their own power. When not employed to fight in the Blood War, Ultraloths lead Yugoloth forces throughout the plains, acting as crime bosses or commanders of evil mercenary companies. With a reputation for cruelty, Ultraloths command their minions to fight while the Ultraloths stay removed from combat themselves. Lesser Yugoloths know their place when facing an Ultraloth and respond to its summons without demand for payment.
So it sounds like...
I would explain to the party, like, this guy's brethren, this guy's kin, are known to be bad guy generals, the kind that sit back and watch their troops fight on the front lines while they continue to feed more to the fodder. However, they're also known to be for hire. Now, this is entirely, referential and anecdotal. We don't know for sure. And to that, I would say, much as your ally in town, the Vrask, his motivations could be entirely different. But as a species, they are known to be this way.
Oh, I'm torn now because this is the equivalence of helping a pit fiend, which could potentially work out in our favor.
Well, Felix has absolutely been of the mind, like, building armies is helpful. And having a guy who commands armies owe us one?
That's Gilman's mindset now. He's an awful powerful dude to need to have a favored ode from,
Druzzl, Thick, do you care to weigh in?
I say help him, but be prepared to kill him in case he doesn't see that he owes us a favor.
That's kind of been our staple while we've been in hell.
Been our rule. I hate to say this out of game. I'm about to suggest splitting the party, but let's hear what Druzzl has to say.
I've had
I don't.
from Girk.
He wouldn't really care one way or the other. Which,
He wouldn't
ironically,
care about making an ally, or just
Well,
about
he's-
this type of person in general?
he's kind of sitting here going, if we owe him a favor, he's not going to stand for it.
Well, we won't owe him a favor. He'll owe us one.
Well, then that's fine by Druzzle standards.
Setting him free then sounds good to you because he'll owe us a favor?
Sure.
You're back.
I like how we're all being indirectly evil by helping this guy.
Did Jaime just say be right back? Yes, I think he did. Cool. I'm going to use the opportunity to go to the restroom. If the party wants to continue discussing, they can, but I got a potty.
Gil, and you forget I'm evil to begin with, so I don't really care.
Well, yeah, but the rest of us.
So I don't have to.
We're doing this to benefit ourselves, even though it's under the guise of
Something in chat,
helping
but
this
I'm
guy.
already good.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, I'm back.
Carl's not.
Sorry, I was just getting a salt shaker.
I'm bioing because I had the opportunity and my stomach tried to turn, so I will be back in 60 seconds.
Oh, please take your time.
So, we'll play a guessing game while he's gone. Guess what I had delivered from Amazon today?
Was it a slug?
I was
No.
gonna say 3 live scorpions.
No.
New network switch.
No.
Intricate set of toys.
Y'all get 5 pounds of butterscotch discs.
I have 10 pounds of wax coming tomorrow.
Nice.
Cool. For what?
So I save the cardboard egg cartons, the bottom
Uh-huh.
pieces, and then I save all my lint, and you can kind of pack them in and then coat them in wax, and they make fire
Yeah. Really, really good waterproof fire
starters.
starters.
Really good fire starters.
Yeah. I saved my
It
lint
lasts for
just for fire starters.
Yeah.
Not even
But I also
putting them in wax, but
I also got a whole bunch of other stuff. I got a server rack, a rack mount switch, a rack mount patch panel. Tomorrow I'm getting the rack mount uninterruptible power supply. I got new blackout curtains for the living room and Carl's room. I got a new like travel kit thing for toiletries because my last one is a backpacking one and it's seriously like the size of a piece of bread and about as thick as a hamburger.
You need a
So I
proper toiletries bag.
did something that was like, oh hey, I'm driving. I can just put this in my. Yeah, I needed. Yeah, so
Cool. My dad gets his coffee from Amazon.
Or tub butter.
yeah, there's a lot of different coffees you can get from Amazon.
Butter we did.
Yeah, what Keith's not telling you is that he bought the whole Amazon store.
Basically, yeah, it all arrived today.
Yay.
And butter toast.
So yeah, long and short, in game, Felix is going to suggest, what if we split the party? What if Gilwyn and I made our way over to the Balgura to discuss it, while Fick and Druzzl went with Frostbite to go dam up the river? And I know suggesting splitting the party is a terrible idea, but without a map or anything, like, the role play reasons are there. I feel like would we still be relatively close together?
No.
No, it's other ends of this little pit that we're at.
Yes.
We'd have to catch up.
Well, then it sounds like we're gonna move our way towards the critter first, and we'll have Crickendolt and the paladin Darnell all wait here with Frostbite, so that Frostbite doesn't run off and try to do something on his own. Wait in the vehicle with him, so that we can go discuss and see if it's even worth trying to rescue this guy.
With the Ultraloth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because rescuing people is kind of what we've been doing.
Oh. Sorry, you said the Bulgara.
I'm sorry, you're right, my bad. That was on me. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm still in the bathroom because my stomach's still trying to turn.
Okay, then yes, it is the same pit.
Oh, I figured it was the same pit, but I meant, like, if we split the party, would we still be close enough together to still be considered not having split the party?
Yes, I actually found a map.
Oh, good. Okay, give me just one moment and I'll try to get back in there.
And I know that there's a lot of green from the river itself, and I'm sorry about that, Kirk. But ideally, you won't be going into the goo. So I thought the green was still an okay choice for the lines.
It works.
Okay.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. And where is, on this map, is the red the tributary?
Yes, the red is the tributary.
Oh, sweet, even better. Can I have you drag a token for Sai onto the map, please?
Yes. And okay, as soon as you get off your vehicle, by the way, you all hear a telepathic message ring in all of your heads. And again, like the message that you got from the wizard before, it almost feels like someone is listening in.
Interesting.
Hey, who's out there? Who are you?
Does this sound like it's... I mean, I know it's telepathic, but is there like a directional source? Like, does it feel like this is coming from the Ultraloth? Because you said all they have on their faces are eyes, so I assume they talk telepathically.
It is your best assumption, and yes, they do speak telepathically. You would know that.
Okay. I would say we are the masquerading marionettes. We come here on a mission. Are you him that is trapped in the cage? Or I would say, are you him that is caged?
Yes, my name is Bazet.
Greetings, Bazet. I am the one called Felix. We speak for the House of Stone, and I would then gesture at Gilwyn.
Gilwyn would give a short bow.
Yeah, that's all well, fine and good. Can you do me a favor? He gets dunked.
Splashy, splashy, splashy.
Goddamn thing dunking me in the middle of me trying to speak to people. And then he comes back up.
This is quite the punishment you seem to have garnered. We have seen many since being in Avernus, but this one is very unique.
Yeah, apparently pit fiends like their soul coins.
They got some of that.
I mean, that is accurate. They do like their soul coins. How does that equal you being imprisoned?
They really don't like it when you try and steal them.
Ah,
I look at Fick and say, I like this guy better already.
me too. Because I'm not above stealing from demons. Let them down.
Aren't pit fiends devils, not demons?
Pit fiends are devils.
Oh, yeah. Still, I don't like devils either, so.
Well, perhaps then, friend, we can make a deal upon releasing you. Do you have any of these soul coins you tried to collect from them somewhere?
No, they took them from me before they put me in this cage. And I just teleport out, but these damn shackles are preventing me from doing so.
I sort of wave my hand at him like I'm ignoring him then and say, oh, well then, I don't know if it would be any use to us to rescue you. And out of game, I'm using that as like a bargaining tactic. Like he's going to have to offer us something to let him out. And I say, so Frostbite, is this the tributary we're supposed to be working on?
Yes. Thank Mephistopheles. Or thank Mephistopheles.
And I would probably move about there while talking.
Wait. I can, this river. This river? I could show you how to make homunculi out of it. Is that something that,
I come to a dead stop and look over my shoulder and I go, out of sticks? Pointing at the Red River.
No. Out of this. The out of the river that's in the pit.
I turn around and look at the party and say, And come back. I would come back after hearing that and say very quietly, well, we wanted an army. A couple of homunculus is a great start. Or homunculi is a great start. But you guys would all, anyone with an passive insight above, say, 13, would be very aware that there's something else going on in Boston's head right now. Like, I'm absolutely looking like I want to help the guy.
I've got a 23. Can I read your thoughts?
No, but you are aware that homunculi research has been my thing since the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
I have a bag full of
Body parts.
stilt from the bottom of the River Styx that I'm specifically trying to build a homunculus out of.
Wouldn't that be more of a golem?
It's magically in D&D kind of the same thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I removed movement lock.
Gotcha. Party, how do you feel about learning to make homunculi?
I can sweeten the deal. I can sweeten the deal. If that's not up your alley, I have something else.
I'm listening.
You see, there's this pit fiend. They have a forge. I could tell you where it is.
Ooh.
A forge, like a weapon forge?
Yes.
I look down at my magic baubles, and I look over at Gilwin's sword, and at basically at everybody's leveling item. And all I can think to myself is, we just went through a whole big debacle, a few levels back, but a whole big debacle to power up our leveling items. If we had access to a forge, we could probably level them up again.
My
turn
interest
around.
is piqued.
I turn around and without like I know I was like waiting for the party to answer, but basically if you guys had your mouths open to answer, Boston at this point is just like ignored you guys and turned and he's like, he goes,
Go.
You know what? I need you to sweeten the deal just a little bit further. It's great that you're offering us these things. It's wonderful. But there's one other thing I would ask.
And?
It is my understanding those of your ilk come from a higher balance of power. And you have already revealed to us that you are, shall we say, not enamored with the locals. You're not as much as they're not a fan of you, you may not be a fan of them. There may come a time in the future that we may wish to hire you, so to speak. And basically I point out, like, I want a favor in the future of, like, if it's possible you have access to mercenaries or beings lesser than you, like, we may want to have access to that in the future, is basically what I
Commission.
Yeah, and I'm willing to roll, he's right, commission. And I'm willing to roll persuasion on this, Jaime.
Okay.
I'm willing to guide him.
$17. With guidance, 21.
Nice.
Persuasion is my highest stat.
There is a pause. You realize that this pause might just be him being stunned because he got dunked into the goo again. And then when he comes back up, he says, once, and it'll be just for me. You want the rest of my company? That you will have to pay.
Oh.
Out of game, I'm basically asking for a discount to pay anyways. Like, that's fine.
Yeah, we're willing to pay. Like, I thought that was always on the table. So.
Yeah, I'm basically asking for the favor for it to be that he's open
Affordable.
to it.
Open
that he's
to commission.
amenable to it, yeah.
Okay. He was under the impression that you were asking him to basically fight your wars for you.
In an out-of-game prospect, assume that we just did carousing, and I'm asking this guy for a favor point.
Yeah.
You said his name was what now?
Basket.
No, Bazet. Or Bazet.
Basket.
Bazet.
Heard. Bazet.
A basket of Bazet.
And I look back to the party and I'd say, I mean, homunculi, directions to a forge, and potentially a favor in the future. I think there's every reason to release this man.
I'm on it.
Pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Druzzl, are you still on board with an ally that might owe us? Cool.
As he gets the javelin ready from the car.
Get the javelin
I'm on
ready.
it.
Sure, chunk.
Looking at this machine, is there any way to? I mean, it's a crane. Should I roll like an Arcana check to try to figure out how to control it? Or would that be my Tinker tools to try to figure out how to control it?
Oh, he's doing another drawing, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Tinker tools can be used to try and do the wrench, or to try and do the wench.
Okay. $23.
Perfect, you got it to stall.
All right, that's the first part. Anybody have any ideas of how to get this thing to rotate over the side of the canyon wall and lower him?
Take some rope and lasso it.
And just swing him over?
Yeah.
We can start there, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to throw a lasso, but you could probably fly up there.
I've got 50 feet of hemp rope.
Everybody's got 50 feet of
That's
hemp rope.
fine. That's fine. I'm just saying I'm not going to try and lasso it. You can fly up and wrap the rope around it so that we can pull it over.
All right, I'll do that.
Crinkadult is looking over the machinery. Oh! I think I recognize these levers. I could probably turn it using this.
And go.
Make it happen, Captain.
No, it's cracking. At which point, Sai would look up and go, "Ugh, no, it's cricking."
So he looks at the levers like, oh wait, never mind. There's just a locking mechanism. So it's locked in place. So I'll unlock it and then we can lasso it.
So that when we pull, it rotates?
Yes.
Okay. Out of game, I want to know who's got the highest athletics check then.
Probably me.
I was actually thinking it was probably Druzzl, but what do you got for your athletics?
+5.
Athletics? A monk with athletics? No. My athletics is 1.
Better than mine.
Darnell, what do you have for athletics?
6.
Okay, Darnell's got the highest athletics. Gilwyn is going to aid another. No, Gilwyn's going to cast guidance. The rest of us will all aid another. But Girk, yours is higher than a 1.
My athletics?
Yeah, yours is at a bare minimum of 2. You have
Because I have.
You have Jack of all trades, which means you have half proficiency in every skill that you're not trained in, and half proficiency right now is at 2. So you would have 2 plus your strength modifier, whatever your strength modifier is.
0.
Okay, so then yeah, you have a bare minimum of a 2. But okay,
I wonder if it calculates that out if I try and roll it.
you can make it calculated out on your skills page. So
How?
basically, every skill should, if you have proficiency in it, the star to the side there will be filled in gold, which you may not
Okay.
be able to see that color, but filled in. If you have expertise, you will see 2 stars sort of side by side. And if you have half proficiency, it'll be half filled. If they're grayed out and not filled, then you can actually click it, and clicking it will change its proficiency, double proficiency, or half proficiency status.
Okay, so I'm proficient in everything, or half proficient.
You're half
proficient in everything.
in everything that you're not already full proficient or expertise in. You would be half proficient in.
All right.
I'm surprised we didn't already have that right on your character sheet, but if I remember correctly, I had to manually do it on mine.
I'm going through and doing it now.
But okay, so yeah, Donnell needs to make a with advantage guided yanking check.
Okay. 18. Plus 1 for the guidance, so 19. Okay, Crickendalt hops off the crane. And Donnell gives a gives a grunt as he just pulls on this rope. And the rest of you act as his anchor, basically. But the crane, smooth as silk, just starts twisting back over to the land. And now
Excellent.
And now the cage is over solid ground.
I gesture over to Crickendalt and say, lock it in place there.
Okay. He gets back into the crane and does so.
So it doesn't try to swing back out. And I say, awesome. Before we release you, can you go ahead and tell us how to make those homunculi?
It's a down payment, of course. It's a third now.
He's a businessman. He understands.
It's simple, really. All you need is a handful of the slime, and then you spend an hour shaping it in the way that you want. And after that time,
An hour?
an hour. After that time, it animates as a loyal homunculus of dripping green jelly.
I definitely want to learn how to do it. I assume everybody else in the party wants to learn.
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Sure.
I mean, you might as well go ahead and drop the homunculus stat block in the cohorts page of our character sheets.
Okay. Specifically, this homunculus, or these homunculi, I'm actually going to make a little duplicate. The homunculi made from this river goo will be lawful evil.
Okay. Out of game question, when you're looking at like the homunculus stat block at NPCs or whatever, how do you duplicate it?
Well, if you pull it, or if you pull it out, or click on it so that way it populates the window.
Mm-hmm.
I click on the red dragon and bring it back over to, like, in this case, the NPC windows.
Okay.
And then it makes
It makes a separate one that's editable?
Yep.
Cool. Now I know how to do that. I didn't know how to do that before, and in my game, I had to duplicate some stuff to create their survivors that they played with on Sunday. And so what I did was I drug them all onto a player to duplicate them. But they don't duplicate inside the NPC block when you do that.
Aha.
They duplicate on the cohorts tab, and that's it. Sweet.
And Fick, congratulations on your first cohort.
Technically, he should have a familiar, but it's not been added to his thing.
Okay, everyone should have it added to your cohorts now.
Awesome. That's fantastic.
Ooh.
Yeah, I named mine Gary.
Gary.
But yeah, okay. Once we know how to make it, I mean, do you guys want to craft them now or rescue the guy first?
We can rescue the other guy first.
I don't really have a particular reason to make an evil homunculi, so
I mean, it's lawful evil, so the evil, in my opinion, is irrelevant. Like, we came from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
The cops
That's-
are lawful evil.
that's fair.
I'm neutral, so I'm lawful neutral. That lawful is really the only part that matters.
Yeah, lawful means he's loyal. Evil means he can carry your soul coins for you.
Yeah.
That means I'm no longer necessary for that role.
He can do your dirty work.
No, I am not calling mine Gary. I'm calling mine Flubber.
Flubber.
Nice.
But
I was thinking about calling mine Blob the Bob.
as for the shackles, those are quite easy to remove, I would say. My fear is that you will try to bolt before revealing the way to the forge that you offered to us. And I say that directly to him. So I have your word.
You have my word.
Cool. What level is Dispel Magic as a spell? I'm searching right now. It's a 3rd level spell. Even better. I might already actually know it on my character sheet, and if I do, then I don't have to roll for it. I do! Sweet! Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and burn a 3rd level spell slot to cast Dispel Magic on the shackles. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell 4th level or higher on the target, I have to make an ability check using my spellcasting ability, and the DC is 10 plus the spell level of the dimensional shackles.
Okay, the dimensional shackles are a rare, wondrous item.
Rare. So what does it go? Common, common, uncommon, rare is the leveling.
Yes.
So I mean, it might only be a 3rd level shackle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we
third
are
to
in
5.
rare tier.
Yeah, 3rd to 5th level. So
Yeah.
would be my opinion. But it's entirely your opinion.
Okay. I've got a DC in mind.
So I do need to roll though,
Yes.
because if it's 3rd level, it just happens. Okay.
So it's 4th
and
or
then-
above.
Yep. And then my spell check is, how does it word it?
If you want, I have a
Make
4th
an
level spell I
ability.
can burn, but
Can you cast Dispel Magic at 4th level?
I can.
Wait, how much is a DC for 3rd level?
For 3rd level is free. There is no DC.
Okay, how much is a DC for 4th level?
14.
Okay. Then yes, I have a DC in mind.
Yeah, it goes up after that. So at 4th level, it's DC 14. 5th level, it's DC 15. However, if Dispel Magic is cast at 4th level, then the DC 14 no longer applies, and so on and so forth, etc.
Makes sense.
So, do you just want to cast it at 4th level, Gillen? Because I think technically your casting check is higher than mine too, because mine uses Charisma, which is only a +4. Yours uses Wisdom, which is a +5.
Yes. Where is it? Dispel Magic.
Yeah, so you make an ability check using that stat. And he's casting it at 4th level.
Okay.
Okay. So roll. Spellcasting ability. How?
Yeah, so
can I do
you're
that
just gonna make a wisdom check.
Just a straight wisdom check?
Yeah, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Okay. Wisdom.
Oh, that's pretty die.
For a 21.
Thanks.
Okay. The magical restraints are dispelled. They're
Chink, chink, chink.
still on him though.
Yeah, but he could teleport out of them, can't he? That's what he said.
Oh, yes.
Because I mean, otherwise you will have the rogue pick the locks. It's not a big deal, but
Right.
Yeah.
frankly, the rogue probably could have picked the locks without us having to worry about dispelling them and saved us the spell slot. But it was a chance to show how powerful we are, so that if this guy tries to run, he understands that he's got a bunch of people with power.
Bamf, bamf. He teleports 5 feet away. Yes! Bamf, bamf. Teleports about 20 feet away, or 20 feet the other direction. Oh, this is so freeing. Bamf, bamf. Hugs the elephant. Bamf,
Hugs the elephant.
bamf.
I somehow see Lulu being like, "The fuck."
Me too.
You never did say the name of the pit fiend you crossed. And as I'm saying this, I'm pulling out a flask of booze.
And he's shaking Gilman's hand.
Gilman shakes it right back.
He turns back to look over to Felix. Oh, I didn't think to get a name. I just saw an opportunity.
Well, that is something
I
we can
like him.
absolutely understand.
Can we keep him?
I don't think we can keep him. He has opted that he wants to be free, but he is absolutely more than welcome to hang out with us anytime.
Fair.
All right.
Finally found the NPC we want to adopt, Jaime. Every party has one. Crickendal's sitting over in the corner like, I thought you guys adopted me.
We did, but we're sending you back.
I was about to say, and this is when Druzzl chimes in and goes, "That was the plan all along." Spear.
No, because if that was the plan all along, then I wouldn't spear him.
The plan to adopt him, you would have ignore, and so spear him.
Crickendal goes and gives Bazit a hug from behind. Oh, welcome to the club.
Oh God. Yeah, Boston is absolutely laughing right now, out loud, cracking up. This is great. I could see Frostbite sitting over in the corner being like, can we fucking get on with this already?
You shocked me. It scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, Frostbreath is absolutely looking at the non-existent watch on his wrist.
just a moment, friend. And I look at Bazit and I say, all right, my friend, can you tell us that which you have? Can you give us that which is owed? That is to say, these directions to a forge? Or will you be joining us to guide us?
I have my own plans after this, but I will tell you how to get to the forge. Do any of you happen to have a map?
I roll out the map. I was just about to say that.
Okay. And he scans over the map. This is actually pretty decent. I bet the cartographer went absolutely mad after making this.
So they say.
Here. He points, and then a marker appears on the map that identifies it as Bell's Forge.
I'm sitting over here panicking, like, bells, you say, but I don't ask that out loud.
Is everything okay? Is that supposed to be making that noise? I'll be right back. Something's going on with my washing machine. I don't know. I just said it's fine.
I'm looking at the map because since it's been shared, so you guys know, you can go down to, on the right side bar, you can click on images and then type in the word Avernus, and Avernus unmarked is in there. That's the map. And there's literally only one thing that's green that has a tributary feeding to it. One canyon that's green that has a tributary from the river Styx feeding to it. So I kind of know where we are.
Where did you say it is?
So right side tabs,
Uh-huh.
they're under campaign. There's one labeled images. And then in the search bar, you can just type Avernus. Images is all the maps that Jaime has shared with us, all the pictures that Jaime has shared with us.
Ah, okay.
I don't know why I did that.
And out of curiosity, Jaime, since I have Avernus unmarked open, is there a particular spot that he dropped that pin, or is it nondescript?
I actually, let me see. Because I have
I
a
bet
different
you
version.
have access to a marked one, yeah.
Yeah.
Come back if you guys were waiting on me.
Nope. I mean, we were, but nope. Currently, I've told them how to open maps
Okay.
that have already been shared with us. Do you know how?
No.
Right side bar, where, library, player, campaign, all that stuff is.
Mm-hmm.
Under campaign, there's one labeled images. If you click images, you open a search box. Down in the search box, you can type Avernus, and it'll reveal. So it's the volcano. So basically, everything in the images folder is things Jaime has shared with us, made public, basically. If you type in Avernus, Avernus unmarked will pop up, and that is the map of Avernus as we know it.
How do you spell Avernus?
Avernus.
You can probably get away with AVER.
Yep. And
Okay.
then Jaime has put a circle on the map. That circle, that volcano, is Bell's Forge, which is the forge that Boston wants us to go to.
I don't see a circle.
It's yellow. It's the
Over a volcano.
top right corner.
Sorry, I didn't have the option to change the color on this one.
Sorry, I'm there now. I got it.
Huh. I can also see near the green slime pit where the obelisk is on this map.
Yep.
Don't tell me I'm looking for it.
Where's
Oh,
Walden?
yep, there it is. There it is.
The only thing I'm missing is Haruman's Hill. Or the spawning trees.
Oh, you're gonna laugh at this. You want me to tell you?
Yeah, sure.
It is actually that little cliff, or it is that large cliff, rather, that is just west of Bell's Forge.
Is Haruman's Hill?
Yep.
Ah,
Oh, okay.
we're already kind of on that way too.
We have explored quite a bit of this map, actually. But that said,
really
but distances are not equal in here.
Right. Right.
But that's funny. Okay. All right. Well, we have freedom. He has told us the thing. And I say, all right, my friend, it has been ever so grand to meet you, but we also have to be on our way. Is there a way we can contact you in the future to resume the previously mentioned business?
There is. And he gives you a fortune cookie.
I love those.
Do I eat it? Like, is your name in it? Like, what do I do?
Crack it in half, and I will be there as fast as I can.
Coolest
Ever so
summoning
appreciated,
ever.
Bazit. And should you need us, don't hesitate to contact us as well. We're always in the business.
Good luck with whatever you're doing here. Try not to die.
I slowly turn to him with the world's just straightest face, and I say, "We're gonna blow some shit up."
I could get behind that.
And then
Have fun.
and then I just turn back and start walking towards the river.
You know what's funny about you saying that, Carl?
What's that?
In my head, I said, we're going to tear some shit up.
Glad we're on the same page.
Okay, and Bazit teleports away.
Bye-bye, Bazit.
I like making friends.
So do I.
It's way better than making enemies.
But making enemies is fun too.
Okay. Meanwhile, Frostbite begins to scout around the area, trying to look for the best place to put his shatter sticks.
Well, we want to bring the stone into the narrowest area already, so we have less to fill in. I would say.
No
Does anybody
shit,
else have any
Sherlock.
Does anybody else have any suggestions?
No, that's where I would do it.
All right, I think I have a target. I just need someone to stand guard, or he rolls up his non-existent sleeves. Now, what I need from you is to stand guard while I do this.
I'll do it.
was about to say, I want you or Fick keeping an eye on him simply because then the stone name is attached to what happened.
We need Fick doing like down there being the agent of the action, and I'll be lookout because 23 passive.
Well, and Fick can also, with his movement speed, he can be up there, right up there with the imp, doing it, and then bolt out of there before the explosion goes off.
Yeah.
I also see Fick trying to sleight of hand steal one of these shatter sticks. So I'm kind of giving him the opportunity.
Can you share the map that we're actually on?
It's still the Pit of Shummrath.
Yeah, I know that closed out when I opened up Avernus Unmarked.
Yeah, when he expanded Avernus, it closed the one that was previously expanded.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You could go into the same place, Kirk, and look up Shu, S-H-U.
He shared it, but yeah, that
Okay,
could
but
be done too.
yeah, if it happens again for whatever reason.
Why is this pleasant music playing?
I don't know,
Right.
but it's been nice.
I almost need like battle music for the explosion that's gonna go off.
I can do that.
It was
I'm scared of
perfectly
it.
chaotic for helping out that weird guy.
Right. I'm scared of him putting on battle music though, because that means that since he said people need to take cover or cover him while it happens, I'm worried that means we're about to get attacked.
Okay, roll for initiative.
The imp, or is everyone in place?
Yeah. Oh no.
Here, I
Fick
will actually move
and
my
Gilwin
stuff.
need to move.
I don't know exactly where I need to be, so I'm just gonna be like,
We need to be over by Frostbite.
yeah.
Yeah, you and Gilwin do. Gilwin, I wouldn't be like right up next to Frostbite.
I don't want to be on the edge either.
And I'll put him here. Does anybody else want to move elsewhere?
No, but I'm pretty sure that my Drake's with us.
And not on the on the ground? You gotta ask
Yeah.
for it, just like I had to.
I know. I mean, I didn't really need him until things started getting thrown down, so.
Well, just in case anything pops off, Jaime, can he have his Drake companion on the map?
Yes. You are excused. What?
What?
That was a joke.
Yeah. That was a joke. Okay, Edie.
I'm sad that people have not been getting that reference.
It is tragic. Edie telling jokes is one of my favorite things in Mass Effect.
I renamed my homunculus.
What did you name it to?
Blob the Bob.
I was gonna name mine Bob until you said that. So mine is Gregory.
Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's funny. Teehee.
What?
Nothing. No, nothing to be concerned about. Okay, so the imp begins to or puts down the first spike. As soon as he does, you hear a cry from the skies above as 8 spined devils descend.
Ah, geez, not these guys again. What are you sleight of hand? Oh, I know what he's sleight of handing.
I'm not. I don't. What are you sleight of handing?
He's trying to steal one of the shatter sticks. For me, I'm rolling initiative.
Everyone roll initiative.
High initiative club. I like how Fick rolled an 8 and only has 1 lower initiative than me, and I rolled a 13.
Well, Sai rolled a 19.
Did I get one of the shatter sticks?
I was busy placing things, so I don't look to see what your thing was.
You got a 24.
Then yes, you took one of the shatter sticks.
Yay!
Okay.
And then I need you to update Sai's initiative to 19. Thank you.
You're welcome. And Crickendall wisely left earwax on the car.
Yeah, I left Orin and Zar on the car.
Okay. So first, Felix.
Oh, I'm at the top of initiative? Okay. Shit. I wasn't even paying attention that I was first. So what I am gonna do, is what I'm gonna do, and that is probably bust out a 2nd level spell, which is going to be. Actually, no. I'm gonna bust out a 3rd level spell. And who is after me in initiative order?
Me.
Everybody.
He's not wrong.
Oh, Lulu. Lulu's next.
5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30. I go running across the battlefield because I'm pretty sure this is a touch spell. Spells. Why you no type? One action, 30. Oh, it's a 30-foot range. Sweet, I didn't have to move. Even better. I'm gonna place myself here, and I'm gonna look over at Lulu, and I'm going to raise my hand, and it's gonna look like it's moving very slowly as I'm muttering. And hold on, I need to see if there's a. Before I even do this, I need to see if it has any components that I need and don't have. Nope. Sweet. And I very slowly begin muttering, and I'm talking so slow it sounds like an audio track slowed down. But in response to these ever so slow hand gestures and ever so slow vocal components, I am casting haste on Lulu. I need to hit an Arcana check of DC 13 to cast this. But if it works, her speed is doubled. She gains a +2 to armor class, advantage on dexterity saving throws, and an additional action on each of their turns.
Oh, wow.
This is the first time I've had a chance to cast haste. And Lulu has a cone that can fuck up evil creatures. So she could double cone as long as I pass an Arcana check of 13. Wow! I'll take it. That was almost bad. I thought 13 was going to be easy to hit. It almost wasn't. I rolled a 4. But I succeeded. She is hasted. She gets +2 to armor class, double movement, and 2 actions a turn.
Excellent.
And I pass my turn.
All right, Spine Devil 12. So it is going to throw a tail spine at the imp. That is a miss. Okay, second tail spine. That is a miss. Next one throws 2 tail spines at, once again at Frostbite.
As a soliloquy, when this one starts flicking its spines, I holler to Frostbite, "You know, if you accept size deal, you don't die here today."
Shut the fuck up.
That was rude.
He's a very rude guy.
Apparently so.
I just offered him a chance
Gilman's
to save
just
his
like-
life.
Right, he takes 2 damage from the first spine, 3 damage from the second,
And is heavily wounded.
and is heavily wounded.
Anybody want to soliloquy and start getting their attention?
Sure. Yeah, I would, I mean, standing there, I would definitely try to be getting their attention, but...
Okay. Next tail spine.
Are you doing anything to try to get their attention going?
I didn't think I could, since it's not my turn, other than, like,
As a
shouting.
soliloquy, you can.
Other than shouting, like, hey!
But yeah,
I don't know
so, so I repeat my question. Are you?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So now, odds it goes after, or what are you saying?
I'm trying to draw their attention, so they don't kill Frostbite.
Okay.
Just with the soliloquy, I can't really do anything physical yet. But...
That's what he asked. What are you saying?
Oh, I don't know. Just
Hey, dick face.
yeah, pretty much. Like, you spiky bastard. I bet your mother was a cactus. Like,
Your mother was a cactus.
Okay. Then odds Frostbite evens Gilwin.
sweet.
Okay. This one is attacking Gilwin.
Bring it.
First attack. 7.
Miss.
Second attack. 9.
Aha. Can't hit me.
All right, and this one is going for frostbite.
Ah.
First attack. Hits. For 2 damage. Next attack. Misses. Next Spine Devil. Goes for frostbite. Misses. Second attack. Fumbles. Next Spine Devil. Goes for Gilwin.
Good.
Critical.
Aw.
Silvery barbs.
Copy that.
Nice. Everybody ignore this dice for a second. You keep doing what you're doing.
Oh, that's funny.
That was terrible.
Okay, 15.
This.
Who are you giving advantage to?
Lulu.
Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, Lulu has advantage. Okay. Next. Copy that. Oh, right. Is going after frostbite.
Damn it.
That is a hit.
Oof.
For 2 more damage. Let's see. And that's a hit. For 2 more damage. Is someone asleep?
Can you really
Nope.
hear that? That's Ashley
Yes.
in the background.
Oh, okay.
It may have been because my microphone was pointed right at her.
I was just getting ready to poke my head out and see if it was Druzzl, honestly.
Just checking. I only would have been half insulted.
Yeah, I was really like, what the hell?
Okay, and the last Spine Devil is going after Gilwin.
Good.
Oof.
It hit me.
Nah, I barbs it.
Okay,
Nah, you don't have to.
Nah, I barbs it.
16.
Cool, and Fick has advantage on his next attack.
All right, and second attack. 16.
Miss.
All right. So poor Frostbite has like 6 spines sticking out of him.
Lulu. At super speed.
Speed, extra attack, plus advantage. She's a badass this turn.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, with double movement, I'm pretty sure she has like 240 feet of movement or some shit right now.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Shizumi's there.
No.
And I have to draw out her cone again. I keep forgetting what it is. 30 foot. I keep forgetting how large that is.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 squares long and 6 squares wide at the end.
Yeah, you could actually move a little bit and hit even more people.
Yeah, but it would risk hitting the imp.
Because of how cones line up, she could totally do it. But fuck it, let her hit when she's hitting.
No, actually, it's the same amount.
Yeah, because she would just miss the one that's currently right in front of her.
Or the one that's 2 in front of that, yeah.
But that's okay. Hit what you got.
Okay. Takes a deep breath. And sparkles.
Honk.
The rave show begins.
And they all get disadvantage on this, actually. Because they're all evil. Oh.
Those D20s.
So, failed, failed,
Fail,
fail, fail, fail.
Excellent.
All of them are heavily wounded.
Honk.
Get her again.
And then zoom.
That one in the back's getting it twice.
This is one that if she rotated up a square and like angled down, she could hit 2 of them twice.
Yeah.
But as far as I'm concerned, she decides what she's doing.
Exactly.
She just weakened a bunch of them for us.
And will this let me rotate? Yes.
Oh,
I'm
don't want to
working
hit
on it.
frostbite.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's dirty.
Bing. Love cones.
Yes.
Right, and once again, they all get disadvantage. And sparkles.
Honk.
One of them
One
rolled a 1.
succeeded.
It did succeed. Oh, no, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. One
Oh,
of them
yeah, it
success.
Number 12 did.
Yeah. It's all right.
That just means it takes half damage.
Some are dying, some are just dead.
Yeah, the one that succeeded is dying.
And
Let's see.
this is why I hasted her, not one of you guys.
Right?
Sorry, not sorry.
So let's see.
No,
It said number 28. Oh no, wait, 24 is dead. Just outright.
And 28.
28 is also dead just outright. Let's see, number 3 is unconscious. Number 13 is unconscious. Everyone else is bloodied.
Heavily bloodied.
I am not upset about my decision to cast haste on her.
That was excellent.
And it all just
Better
kind
than
of happened.
fireball any day.
It all just kind of happens in the blink of an eye, too. First moment, Lulu is behind everyone. Second, there's a golden streak that goes in front of Gilwyn, sprays a bunch of colors, and then goes between Sai and Fick and just sprays more colors. Before you realize that it's Lulu, or your elephant, that's been given an energy drink.
Yeah, I'm probably standing behind her with like my head rested in my hands, just like stars in my eyes, like yes. Oh, oh.
At least she didn't hit me with it this time.
Yeah, I was worried about her accidentally tagging you or Frostbite.
Now, the ability to do that attack twice, let her be a little bit more flexible with her targeting.
Yep. Yeah, because she was able to hit everybody. Every bad guy, I mean.
Let's see. Is there a haste effect that we can put on her?
Oh boy. Probably let me. Give me 1 second, and I'll see if I can just drop the spell on her from my character sheet. It's not technically on my character sheet. I used my magic item to cast it. So what I have to do is drop it onto my character sheet. And then, yep, effect. So I will, let me see, control, target her. Targeting, yes. And then all I got to do is click the effect button, right?
I think so. Yep.
Boom. She is hasted.
Excellent.
And then I control target to untarget her. Perfect. Now I need to remove haste from my character sheet because it's not actually a spell I regularly have.
All right, Sai, you're next.
Oh, Sai has a movement speed of cohorts tab. A movement speed of fly 40. That's an action. Cool. He turns into a raven because that has a faster fly speed, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then halt. He's hovering just up above Frostbite and says, just take the damn deal. Power for power so that you don't die. We need you. Setting up that when it comes back around to my turn, I'm going to use to try to fucking convince this guy to join my team. So hopefully I'll have advantage on my next check because, you know, he's torn the fuck up. But Imp is going to pass turn. Does he react to the Imp telling him to, like, just join our team?
I know you need me, that's why you won't let me die.
My Imp laughs. You guys hear the Raven laughing. Like, it's If I don't know what that guy's insight is, but it's very obvious. No, we have no problem letting you die. We don't need you. We just need to complete the deal. The deal never required him to stay alive for it.
Gilman.
That's me. Walking over to this guy and just sticking him with my scimitar feels too easy. But they're just spine devils. So, yeah, that's just exactly what I'm going to do.
Let's say use spells on him then. You got cantrips that could wreck him.
For the most part, but this does just as well.
All right, that's a hit.
What the fuck is a dreadful strike?
Wow, I did minimum damage.
Wait, what is a dreadful strike?
Dreadful Strike is my new thing. It gives me a D4 of psychic damage.
Huh.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which, if he was bored, he could stack favored foe on top of.
Yep.
All right, well, number 14 is
And or
unconscious.
hex.
Also, yep.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to do during your turn?
I could hex one of them. No, they're just too weak. I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Pick.
I get the feeling something else is coming.
How far did we get in setting the shatter sticks up?
Only one.
How many do we need?
5.
That I was about to say that would probably be a check. What do you know about explosives, Fick?
How would I find what would I roll to find that out?
Where you need to position them?
With a G.
Yeah.
I would probably roll that it'd be like an investigation.
All right. $19.
Okay. From where Frostbite has started placing them, you think you know what he's going for, and where to put the next one. That could work too.
I set up as many shatter sticks as I possibly can.
I thought you only grabbed one.
I grabbed one, but that's my own personal one to take with me after we do this.
So you're saying as an action you want to reach out and grab one off of Frostbite and place it? Because Frostbite,
Yes.
they're Frostbites. He's the one carrying the bag.
Yes.
Okay.
So unless Frostbite tries to stop him, that's an item interaction to grab it, and then another item interaction as an action to place it.
Frostbite will try and stop you.
Why? This is what he's here for.
Yes, but he doesn't know that you know what you're doing. So he's just going to try and swat your hand away from him.
Role play it, Fick.
Would that be a sleight of hand to avoid his being slapped?
Yep.
So sleight of hand will count as your action, so you won't be able to place one.
Hey, dumbass, I'm trying to help.
I get that, but this is a very particular, or this is a very delicate situation. Have you ever set bombs before?
Sure.
To collapse something?
Yeah, bridge.
What?
We did, in fact, destroy a bridge. That's not wrong.
And I'll point to the 4 extra spots that we need to place them.
Okay, I'll give you advantage on persuasion. This will not count as your action.
Ouch. I'm gonna re-roll that with inspiration.
Okay.
Oh, that's a wrong run. Five, 6, and 7.
Wow. Does he buy it with a 12?
He lets you grab it.
Then I place it where it needs to go.
Okay, I'll need you to move just south of Impsai.
So next to the river, the numbered imp that's got numbers under his thing.
Hang on. I'll find him.
Two squares left, 1 square down.
There we go. Right there?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Frostbite's turn. He flies over, starts placing the next one.
My imp soliloquies, at least turn invisible so they can't see you to target you.
And then he turns invisible. Crickendolt. He's got his he's got his glaive out, and he's gonna run forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's unfortunately not nearly close enough, so he's going to do a double move. 2, 3, 4. Five, and then 6. He's gonna try and interpose himself between Devil 12 and Frostbite. Oh, wait. Spine Devil 3 fell unconscious on or over the river Styx. He's dead.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything until it came back around to his turn.
You know, he's dead. He drowns.
Or been pushed out of the tributary into the green goo.
That's not any better.
Which God knows. I was about to say, which God knows what that'll do.
Druzzl.
Are these spine devils that look like they're on the ground? Are they actually on the ground?
They're at ground level.
Okay. Well,
They're
let's put my
actually
drink
hovering
in an
over
official
the
square.
Or they're hovering over the water.
The river a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. I think his movement's 30, right? have too many cohorts. 40. All right. Wait. Sweet. All right. So the Drake's gonna go after that one.
Which horde does he
I
have?
could go after pretty much any of these. Mine's 50.
That's
5,
not
10,
fair.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now I'm going to move to there, and we're going to do this Spine Devil.
That one's dead.
Oh. Well, fine, then we're going to do this Spine Devil. And I'm going to throw my hunter at, or my hunter at it. Oh my god.
Hammer.
Hammer.
Yeah, that one.
I smashed it with my hammer.
I smashed it with my hunter. Wait, what? I've got 2, right? Yeah, okay. Alright. Throne. For a 15 to hit.
That is a hit.
Nice. For 12 damage.
Okay, it falls
That
unconscious
falls in the river.
into the river. It's dead.
Splat.
Sweet. And then I'm going to attack 32, which nets me disadvantage. But that's alright. That didn't go in the chat box. That one didn't either. For a 20 to hit.
That is a hit.
Why did that roll with disadvantage?
Because it's over 20 feet away.
Oh,
And my hammer's a 20 foot normal, 60 foot disadvantage.
gotcha.
Sploosh.
Sweet. And then I'm going to tell my Drake, pointing at Spine Devil, attack him.
What's your
And my
Drake's
Drake-
movement?
40, which puts him right there.
Hell yeah.
Very careful
Advantage.
not to stand in the river Styx. So I'm going to pass to the companion. And then he's going to bite with advantage. For a 22 to hit. Dealing 9 damage. And that'll end his turn.
Demon Grinder's turn. And Null didn't roll initiative.
No, he didn't.
It's not. Who didn't?
Denal.
Null.
Oh. That's weird.
Poor little Denal's over there kicking the rocks.
Oh, there's a fight
Forgot
going
about
on?
me.
What did I miss? What's Denal's movement? Because he might be able to get there and kill it.
30.
And he has a reach weapon, but that's still not going to be long enough. Damn. Does he have a spell?
Yes.
If we can end this combat in one turn, that would be awesome.
That would be kind of cool.
There you go. He's earned his place at the bottom of the initiative.
Well, it's his turn anyway.
Perfect.
It's like you planned it that way or something.
The dice always know.
He gets a -1 on his initiative. It's kind of a fair assumption.
He actually shits his pants if he goes first.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And where is... There it is. All right, he gets up there. He lets go of his pike with one of his hands, so that way it's free. When he thrusts it forward and says something in Celestial, at which point an eldritch blast flies out of his palm and into Spine Devil 12. Or not.
Oof. Too bad there's not. Is there an opposite of silvery barbs?
Inspiration.
Oh yeah, I guess that's what that's called.
I spend my inspiration on him.
Okay. And he hits. And I actually gave him the repelling blast invocation. So not only does it go flying, not only does it fall unconscious, but it goes flying 10 feet before it goes sploosh into the river.
Hell yeah.
And I think the remaining 2 Spine Devils are unconscious.
Yeah, they're just over land. They don't have dots, but yeah, they're dying.
Yep.
Ah.
So, I guess that ends combat. What do you want to do with the last 2 devils?
Toss them in the river.
Yeah, Gilman just reaches up with his foot and just shoves the body off the edge.
If Felix is like, okay, well they're done, they're doing that, and he just like walks away. I'll be over here.
Playing in the slime?
Yeah, I'm collecting slime so that we can cast our homunculi.
Okay.
I'm continuing to set up shadow sticks.
I mean, the guy flew away from you, so. And you're right, GM. That's exactly what it was. I figured out how to do the math. It's so you take we had 8 creatures. They were CR2 creatures, so it's CR2 plus 8 equals the CR of the combat.
Oh.
It's that simple. Which is weird. Normally, like in previous editions, 8 CR2 creatures would be, CR 16 encounter, is what that would be considered.
Interesting.
But yeah, so it's when they're like CR'd creatures, you take the base CR plus the amount of creatures is the CR of the encounter.
So CR plus. Cool.
Yep. So aside from collecting enough goo to for the party to make their homunculus, I add goo to my ingredients.
Fair enough. Okay. So then... after that, Frostbite can now freely put the remaining 2 that he has. Wait, no. He put 1. Okay, he has 1 more that he can put. And then he reaches back and it's like, I had 5. Where's my fifth one?
I didn't realize he'd only brought 5.
Yep.
Anybody know how to cast Move Earth to help make up the difference?
Hang on, guys. Ashley's calling me.
Okay.
Hello? 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 Okay. Did you get gas? Did you put the gas cap back on? Did you tighten it all the way? It won't turn off automatically, but that's just the first place I would think. Is it running funny? Okay, well, keep an eye on it. I can check it when you get home. Okay.
Sorry about that, guys, but my Discord just sort of shut out on me.
Oh,
You're right.
that's okay.
Give it a sec. Gilwin's on the phone, and I'm not sure if he's using his app on his phone.
All right, I'll see you when you get home. Bye. Sorry, guys.
No
worries. So yeah, Girk, he pointed out that he's missing one needed to detonate the rock.
So I have to use the one that I stole.
Yep.
Or somehow trick him and hope for the best that 4 will be enough.
No, dude, I'm Big Boom. I'll cough it up.
Okay.
Place the last one yourself.
And I do so. Exactly where it needs to go. And I give him a glower. Not a glare, a glower. Because he doubted me before.
Okay. He looks over your work and gives a nod of approval. All we have to do now is wait. As you wait, the sound of, or the sticks starts resonating resonating and shaking. The sound that they emit gets louder and louder, and after 1 minute, it collapses, or the thing that he put his sticks around collapses, falls into the river, and effectively blocks the rest of it, or the river Styx, from going further into the pit.
As the last boom goes off and the rock starts to fall, right in time with the explosion, Boston starts playing music. And the lyrics aren't necessarily as super relevant, but he's totally singing some Bob Dylan. You know, once upon a time you dressed so fine, 3 bums a dime in your prime. Didn't you? People call, say, beware doll, you're bound to fall. You thought they were all kidding you. And, you know, get to the, main riff, which is, how does it feel Oh, how does it feel to be without a home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone?
Huh.
And yeah, just because one, I majorly amplify my voice while I do it. Two, it's a Rolling Stone, and I think puns are funny. Three, Stone planted the last explosion, and I want anyone that is within earshot of my music and of this to attribute the redirecting of the River Styx to Stone. And then lastly, and most importantly, I would like to ask for an inspiration for singing, because it's been a while.
I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Woohoo! And for my song choice.
For shits and giggles, when you start singing, I'll start playing my pan flute to accompany it.
Solid.
Okay. So the side of the river that has been dammed off almost immediately begins to dry up. And as the water begins to trickle and fade, a figure starts raising slowly out of the goo.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
From where the water was pouring down on them. Like, they look weak and enfeebled, but slowly, but before your eyes, their definition begins to return. They begin to regain their strength, and you see this standing up waist high out of the goo.
Haha, I knew it.
He looks at his right claw. He looks at his left claw. He closes both of them and then shouts into the air, "Bow!" before flying straight out of the goo and off in a direction.
I yell after him with my voice still magnified. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
If Rowan was here, he'd really love what we just did. But since Boston is here, he has no idea how interesting this whole scene is. But you guys don't know who Belle is, and apparently this guy wants Belle. And interestingly enough, Mephistopheles apparently wants an enemy to be after Belle, which means he has some investiture in Zariel maintaining power. And weakening her at the same time. It's like going after Patriarch in Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, and Crickendolt sets the haft of his glaive against the ground. He just kind of starts scratching his face. Did he say Bell?
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh dear, that was Shummrath, wasn't it?
I don't know what a Shummrath is, but that's the name of this pit, yeah. I am going to look up at my imp and basically ask him, what do you know? And basically I'm asking for aid another on an arcana check to have knowledge of this situation.
Well, Shummrath was Bell's rival. The reason why this was called Shummrath's Pit was because it was basically his prison.
Yeah, that seems to make a lot of sense. Can I roll Arcana to know what's going on with Bell?
Yes.
Okay, and then can I get advantage from my imp for aiding another?
Sure.
A 14.
That's not a very good roll, Carl.
It's not one of my best. Screw it. I'm going to spend my inspiration I just gained from singing. A 17.
Plus bardic inspiration.
You would have to give that to me before I rolled.
Oh.
So do I have some knowledge of the politics
Yes.
around Bell? Okay. So all the more reason to give a minute lore drop without Googling the information. Bell used to run Hell. And his greatest rival was Tiamat. Until, and I kind of look around the party expecting to see a Hell Rider with us, and there's obviously not a Hell Rider with us. And I say, until Zariel came. And this is my understanding, Zariel usurped Bell, and Bell is now her right-hand man. And we just released one of Bell's enemies for the leader of a deeper level of Hell. So, on the one hand, this shows that Mephistopheles wants to destabilize the power center here in Hell. On the other hand, it shows that he has support for Zariel, not Bell. Or he has support for Tiamat, one of the two. Because if Zariel falls, then Tiamat can take Hell back over as well. But either way, he's basically choosing sides in a civil war. How's Frostbite reacting to my lore drop? Since he works for Mephistopheles.
He seems ambivalent to it. Like, he doesn't...
Confirm nor deny?
Nope.
It's probably above his pay grade anyways.
Yep. I'm just hired to blow shit up.
I look at him and say, speaking of hired, and I move on to the second verse. Ah, you've gone to the finest schools, all right, Miss Lonely. But you know you only get juiced in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you're gonna have to get used to it. You say you never compromise with a mystery tramp, but now you should realize that he, obviously meaning Mephistopheles, ain't selling any alibis. So as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes, and I say, do you want to make a deal? And I am going to roll persuasion to try to convince him to join me. With a 27. And I just rolled it neutral. I didn't even think about the disadvantage-advantage situation.
No, that's fair. Y'all are so annoying.
Man, I should get something for realizing that the second verse involved making a deal and pointing out empty eyes of his current leader. Like, that was a great verse for trying to convince him.
And it was. Look, I just wanted to come here and do a job, but you non-stop tried to interrupt me and get me to join you.
Yeah, we'd stop interrupting you if you would just say yes.
We'll stop asking you if you just say yes.
I swear if I were to open up a hell dictionary, you'd be right there next to annoying.
I flipped to the back of my book for the definition of annoying, and I bet there's a picture right beside me, and I show it to him.
Touché! So what are you selling?
Open access to all the souls you could want to collect in exchange for having those souls serve the greater good in the Blood War.
The greater
Pretty straightforward.
good?
Yeah, well, I mean, what's it matter to you? You're still getting souls. To me, the idea of the greater good is that they have their chance after 100 years to redeem themselves. In exchange, you have unlimited access to souls to try and convince, as opposed to only being a let out when somebody lets you out. Look, I need a pyrotechnician for my theater, and you want to blow shit up. It kind of works out.
Theater?
Yeah, I give him the breakdown of the magic building that's currently being built in Baldur's Gate as we speak. That is a refuge for people like you, for entities like you. I wouldn't say people. I would probably then get a glare from my raven for not saying people, but I would say for entities like you. A haven for you to do as you need. In exchange, you get to blow stuff up and collect souls.
It's a pyramid scheme, but it really pays great.
And you can protect us in case, say, the Lords of Hell decide that they don't like this?
So the way it seems to work is the gift of the ever-living ones, which is so long as you are, and I out of game use the term familiar, in game I use a completely different term that would be appropriate, but so long as you're a familiar, you can't die. So long as I live. And, well, I'm not dying anytime soon. And I say, the way that I say that is like, probably enough to make him uneasy, but like I throw my arm around Fick as I say it. Like, yeah, I'm not dying anytime soon. Whatever else he believes of what I say, he could roll a nat 1 or a nat 20 and know that I generally believe I'm not dying anytime soon. Like, I genuinely believe it.
Not I have anything to say about it.
Well, I have a friend who's a god. I'm a demigod. My mom is the goddess of death who collects people when they die. I've died 8 times already.
The elf is probably going to live past 1,000 years.
Yeah, this is not a party that's likely to die anytime soon. And as far as the Lords of Hell coming, like, we're friends with Tiamat on top of our other gods. And what's her name? And I look at Gilwyn and I'm like, the plant lady, that god, we're friends with her too. So
Yeah.
like, longevity is a big part of it. On the plus side, if I die, your contract breaks and you just return to your old job. It's not like you up and die.
Or he would just be free, wouldn't he?
He would technically revert to the... So the way the contracts were set up when Wes was GM was that his master, quote unquote, would be Sai, my imp Sai. Because all infernal creatures have to. There's like a hierarchy. They have to belong to somebody else. Sai can never evolve to a higher level of devil because he agreed to be a familiar. However, even though he can't evolve, he can gain a shit ton of power. He just has nothing he can do with it. Which is why in other games I've had Sai appear as a warlock patron. Because that's the perfect kind of being to be a patron, because infinite power, nothing he can do with it.
Cool. Okay.
So right now he has 83 devils that work for him. They don't work for me, they work for him. The only thing that makes it quote unquote work for me is that from a mechanical sense is that I would add Frostbite to my list of familiars that I can summon when I summon imps. I would add him as one of my named people I can summon mechanically. That's literally the only mechanical benefit I get out of this.
Right. He's still
otherwise it's all roleplay.
Yeah. I just like the lore behind it. Like, you've got a manager, and your manager, or like, what's what I'm thinking of? Like,
I've got a talent scout.
Yeah. He's your talent agency. Like.
Yeah, exactly. He's the whole agency.
Exclusively for the stone line of entertainment.
And as long as they're in the mortal world, they work for me as actors and or members of the Marionettes, and or they work for Rhea, who's still in Baldur's Gate, running our little store that we set up, the Gherkinstone's Curio Shop, and the Marionettes work out of there. But in the underworld, if these people die, he basically has recruited an army that fights on the front line of the Blood War.
Nice.
For 100 years. But it's my way of creating a workaround to the idea that selling your soul means you're going to hell. Yeah, you sold your soul. You're going to hell for 100 years, and hopefully in that time you do something to earn it back.
All right, guys, I hate to interrupt, but this is the second time a girl has walked by from the pool completely topless.
That's awkward.
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
It's not distracting at all.
Right? I was really confused at what he was interrupting for at first.
I looked out my window and I'm like, that's not something you see every day. And she walked by my window, and then I just looked up again and she's walking back to the pool. Just wearing her bikini bottom, and that's it.
Girls.
I mean, I think it's technically legal in
There are several states where it's legal now.
several cities in Colorado, I know.
Yep. All right, so Jaime, 27, did it convince him?
Fine, I'll buy it if it gets you off my back.
Nom nom. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yep, I start walking to get on the vehicle, and I say, Sai, drop the contracts. And I just walk away.
So he just has glasses on and is like, sign here, here, initial here, initial here. And today's date.
I'm assuming he has the stats of a normal imp, Jaime?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then you get to drag him to my cohorts tab.
He's a chili imp.
Sweet.
Actually, yeah, now I can see his stats. He's a little bit different than a normal imp. He has cold immunity for 1, and he has 15 hit points instead of 10.
Solid. Word. Excellent. I collected another imp by name. That makes me happy. Yeah, then I'm done with the roleplay part, and as I'm walking back to the vehicle, I kind of look back over my shoulder, and I'm like, so you guys want to go to the forge, or do you guys want to head back to the mirror first?
I'm interested in the forge.
I mean, we did just complete that quest, but
Yeah, it's just that if we go back to... I don't speak Spanish.
we'll have to go back to the.
If we go back to the mirror, it'll then direct us back to the obelisk.
Yeah.
So the question is if we want to do the forge first, or if we want to continue our current quest chain.
My preference would be to go back to the mirror. It's fucking hot
I
here.
agree. Like, I kind of like the idea of wrapping up this quest chain.
I'm just worried about in the wrapping up of this quest chain, each step so far has been another, okay, now but go do this, now but go do this. So I'm worried about the continued now but go do thises.
Fair.
The never-ending fetch quest.
Yeah, whereas from a role or from a gameplay standpoint, the if the fetch quest is the main quest line, the forge is the side quest.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, do you guys want to do the side quest or stick to the main quest?
I want to do the forge. I think I said that.
You did.
I would like to do the forge.
Well, Forge beats out.
Hey, don't worry. You can take a nap.
Frostbite rolls his eyes.
I mean, when an hour's up, he's going to despawn anyways. He signed on the dotted line. I'll have to resummon a familiar or summon flock of familiars to pop him back out. So he can actually rest in a pocket dimension where it's as warm as he or cold as he wants it to be until we're done with the
Side
thing.
quest.
Side quest. So, I mean, you know.
I thought he shrugs and just starts heading over to the demon grinder. Crickendold is still kind of rubbing his temples at your explanation of the hierarchy. Like, devil hierarchy is so confusing sometimes.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay.
All right, then. Sounds like we are going to make our move towards the forge first, and then towards back to the mirror.
Okay. So,
And then everybody sees me staring at my book, really confused for a while before it finally dawns on me what it was trying to say.
oh, did you translate it?
Yeah. I was just about to message you and say it took me a minute. But unfortunately, Felix is selfish. And he thinks going to the forge will provide benefits to the party that will be worth it long run.
That was actually sent way before you decided which way to go.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm sure it was talking to me while we were having the discussion about stuff.
No, it was sent while you were explaining to Frostbite that you were basically immortal.
Oh. Oh. That's even scarier. No. Fair enough. You guys see me like arguing with my book as we're loading back on the vehicle. Hi mate. Between traveling here from the mirror and doing the stuff here, how much time has passed?
I'll say a little over an hour.
Oh, total from the mirror? Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet. We still have 41 hours left on our
The demon
battery, the soul coin.
Right, just looking at the map, Crickendoltz believes that it should take you probably 3 hours to get to the forge,
Providing nothing gets in our way.
providing nothing gets in your way.
Yeah. I'm down. 3 hours. Let us roll. I'm going to go ahead and mark that off, our 41 hours remaining.
Okay.
Do we get a short rest on the way there?
If nothing else happens to you.
If nothing else happens to you.
14
Okay.
again.
Rather. Okay. Why don't we go ahead and, or I'll go ahead and give everyone a short rest. Nothing happens during the first hour.
Sweet.
Why don't we go ahead and use this for a quick bio.
Groovy.
And while we're taking the bio, Carl and Heath, he's doing another drawing.
He still has the axe too. Beautiful.
Yee. Okay, we'll reconvene in about 5 minutes.
Sounds good to me.
And I will... There's a short rest for everyone. You can heal your hit points or whatever you need.
Make sure Lulu spends hit dice. Because I just realized she's injured.
I'm just happy I get my pack magic back.
And all. Yeah. Well, I don't spend pack magic anymore. I actually spend spell slots, but I use my pack magic to recover my spell slots and then get my pack magic back.
I didn't know you could use pack magic to get spell slots back.
I can.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a sorcerer rank 2 or level 2, so I can.
Ah. I'm trying to decide if I want to continue going Bard or if I want to multi-class into a third class.
Honestly, the only one I would recommend to you is Paladin, if you multi-classed. Paladin will give you abilities that are divine in nature. It'll also give you divine smite, which you can burn your spell slots plus sneak attack to divine smite on a sneak attack.
And psychic blade, so that would be 66 plus whatever divine smite gives me.
Yep, depending upon the spell slot level. Yep.
Yeah.
Just remember that to try to get whatever feats you can, by hitting levels 4, 8, whatever of your existing classes. Because you only need 2 levels of Paladin to get the Divine Smite. 3 levels of Paladin gets you a aura from your oath. Yeah, my character's level 20 build is going to be 10 Bard, 5 Sorcerer, 5 Warlock. And with 10 Bard, 5 Sorcerer, 5 Warlock, I have access to basically every spell in the game up to 8th level spells. And the infinite spell slots. And at Bard 10, as a Bard of Creation, basically anything I need under, I think, 1,000 gold, I can just snap my fingers and create.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, being a Bard of Creation is badass.
Nice.
I'm a bard of wisdom.
But that may all change once we get that sword, the sword we're after. Because the sword has to choose which one of us is worthy of it. I, as a player, want Boston to get it because it will remove his goo warlock levels, his Great Old One warlock levels, and give him his Hexblade warlock levels back and turn him back into a Highlander. Which was just for me is a fun story arc for him because he swore off the blade, so to return to the blade would be awesome to me. But the interesting thing is Boston does not want that blade. He wants nothing to do with it. Because the blade is a weapon of mass destruction with a conscience, I, as a player, am inclined to believe that that's the kind of person it's going to want to go to. So I absolutely hope Boston gets it, but Boston wants nothing to do with it. He is more powerful like he is.
Neat.
And there's another magic item in the game that basically, if he doesn't get the sword, he wants this other magic item, which is a crown that gives him control of devils.
Question. Rogue at first level gets expertise, and then again at 6th level. Does that mean he gets... How does that work?
It means 2 more skills you get to go expertise in.
Oh, okay.
Ready for a beer?
And expertise is double proficiency.
Right. I'm trying to decide if I want to go to 8th level in both Rogue and Bard.
Get a beer or something.
Really good idea, frankly. Gets the most out of your feats, gets the most out of your sneak attacks, gets the most out of your psychic blades.
Well, if I go 8th level Rogue, I'm going 9th level because that's when I get my 5d6.
Okay, again, you only need 2 levels of Paladin to get Divine Smite. So you could go 9th level in Bard and 9th level in Rogue.
Right, and get the 5d6 from both of them.
Yep, and then have 2 of Paladin to get your Divine Smite, which you can stack on top of that, so that you have 10d6 plus all those d8s.
Right.
Plus
I might
weapon
do that.
damage.
I might do that.
And also, to be clear, Boston wants you to get the sword.
Really?
Yeah, well, so it's a holy weapon that belonged to an angel. You're a god. In lore roleplay, like, there's every reason for you to get it. However, you're evil. It's going to be good. It would have major there's some shit that it does that would have major consequences on your character that you as a player may enjoy, but that Fick wouldn't necessarily.
Like what?
I can't spoil that for you.
Okay, fine.
But much like it transforms me, it will transform you. And frankly, I think you and I are the only ones in the party that would wield it. Because both Keith and, sorry, since this is going to be on the internet, both Druzzl and Gilwyn have leveling weapons as their leveling items. So giving them a weapon isn't necessarily beneficial to them. Denal, I guess, also would love it. Because it is technically a paladin weapon. Since it belonged to an angel. But since Denal's an NPC, I don't expect the GM to try to give it to an NPC, but I don't necessarily think like Boston wouldn't have a problem necessarily with that either. Druzzl, have you been entering in the drawings?
Yes.
And nothing so far?
No, it's been other people.
Wah wah.
Sorry about that wait. I had to make some more juice.
Juice.
Juice!
Kyle? Oh, juice.
Yeah?
I was making a joke. Jews. No, never mind. Okay.
Tisk.
Let's see. Yes, this is the map that I want. Okay. Is everyone back?
I'm here.
Yep.
Y'all left?
Precisely.
Okay. Let's see what we've got here. We start heading over to Bell's Forge.
And you said we just got the first hour of it. We were able to get a short rest. Does anything happen in the second 2 hours?
During the second hour, nothing happens.
Oh.
During the third hour, you begin to hear a second set of screams. And then a third. And then a fourth.
As in multiple devil screams?
As
like
in-
the vehicle?
As in demon grinder screams.
Awesome.
Cool.
I don't know that we can take on 3 vehicles.
Okay. Do you want to try and avoid them?
Well, first, can our character with 21 passive perception see any banners being flung, coming from him?
Who's the one with 20 passive perception?
Gilwin.
I have 23 passive perception.
Yes, I'm going to assume that you're going to share this information.
Yes. Yes, I would.
They belong to, or the flags identify themselves, or identify them as the 8th Remnant.
That's Princeps Kovic, I believe, correct?
Yes.
Oh, which means that our friend Crickendalt he works for them. So I guess I would look at him when Gilwin informs us that the flag is bearing the 8th Remnant to see what he suggests. Because I wanted to ally with them against some demons, but it's a matter of if it's the right time. And he might be like, this is a terrible idea.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but it could be kind of mean. Not to mention if you, or not to mention he's not easily convinced. Like, none of the princes are. You're going to have to show them you have power, not just pretty words.
Oh, we can be persuasive.
And we can definitely show power. I guess at this point, he hasn't actually seen us use our full power. So I look at Gilwin and say, look, we can hide, or we can find us a hill to get on top of and get their attention and make them come to us. Most beings aren't likely to just outright attack if you're like, hey, look at me over here, I want to talk to you. Like, if we give ourselves away, they're a military force. Strategically, they might think we have something up our sleeves. So it might give us the opportunity to talk to them and display force if we have to. But you're in charge.
I like that. Because, I mean, ultimately, that has been something that we've said we wanted to do this whole time, is to at least try to persuade. And
at least one warlord.
Say again?
I said at least one warlord, yeah.
Yeah, at least one of them. Plus, we've got old boy with his army. I wouldn't say can't hurt to try, because it could very well hurt to try. But let's give it a shot.
Okay, point us to a hill, try to stay ahead of them, and is the demon grinder considered alive, Jaime?
No.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if I could cast haste on the vehicle. I could cast haste on the pilot, because then they get 2 actions and a move, right?
I think so.
So we could then technically be crazy fast. Who's our current pilot? Was it Druzzl or Fick?
Wasn't
I'm
me.
not driving.
I thought it was Donnell.
I know Fick was the original driver. I just thought somebody took over.
I think I was driving at one point, but I don't remember if I was driving last.
Donnell could drive.
Okay, Donnell's the driver. I haste him. which requires 2 Arcana checks because I'm going to get it right. Oh, look, I succeeded on the first one. So that I can guidance myself, just in case I needed to for the second one. And I sprinkle some of my dust over his head and move my hand slowly and mutter slowly so that he speeds the fuck up. And I say, Gilwyn, give us a hilltop, spotter. And basically, whenever we can get on top of a big hill somewhere that they've got to come up to us, I'm going to put on a rock show like we do. Like, people working their illusions and whatnot, like, put on a rock show. We are, after all, entertainers first.
Yeah.
So, Girk, now if you want to give me Bardic Inspiration, it's a good idea.
Go ahead.
But, Gillen, roll a perception check to spot us a good spot to
I can do that, sir.
lure them to, where we would have advantage.
I'm gonna guide myself, just in case. Haha, 22.
I assume that means he finds us a good spot we can set up.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Girk has given me Bardic Inspiration. I still have a remaining guidance because I didn't spend the one that I cast on myself. And I'm going to roll a performance check. Druzzl or Gilwyn, does one of you guys want to aid another in helping me put on a rock show?
Sure.
Sure.
I only need one of you, but Druzzl said it first.
Okay.
I mean, we could both help. You only just get one benefit.
Yeah.
Right.
And Girk, what's your Bardic Inspiration?
D8.
Okay. $18 plus, so 25 plus, so 29 on performance to put on, and I'm going to say it like this on purpose, an unholy performance. Put on a frickin' rock show at the top of a hill or in a box canyon or wherever we need to be that is like lights blaring. I got Lulu casting her trumpet into the air so sparkles are flying, and it's a full-on rock show that these guys can see and hear from however far away. I think 29 might be the highest I've ever rolled on anything,
Nice.
since we've decided mathematically legendary is a 30.
Okay. You've got their attention.
Hopefully in a good way. Yeah, I'm rocking until they get there.
All right.
Making awkward eye contact as they pull up.
Gillen, do you have the ability to create food and water?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Damn it.
No. Yeah, no, I don't have it.
Wah wah. That's right. I can cast it when they get here. I do go full Nyxborn, though. Timing.
Okay. So 3 vehicles begin to approach. They are led by a devil's ride, which is basically a fiendish motorcycle. And then behind and to the sides are both a tormentor and a demon grinder. And all three approach. You were asking about create water and create food.
Yep.
Okay, does that mean
And-
that you're actually setting out like a banquet for them?
Yeah. Yeah, why not? Like, it's a party. When they get here, we are throwing a frickin' party.
Yeah.
I figure with our triple move, we were able to get pretty far ahead of them. What level is create food and water? Third level spell. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and create 90 pounds of food and 60 gallons of fresh water, which is enough to sustain 30 humanoids for up to 24 hours.
Wow. Okay. So, all three of the vehicles come to a stop.
And the song I'm playing is For Whom the Bell Tolls. Because playing Metallica in hell is just what you gotta do.
all three of the vehicles stop. They are the person on the Devil's Ride steps off and begins to approach. This chain devil has the lower half of his face just wrapped tightly in chains like a mask. He has a spiked helmet. The spikes go down the middle of the helmet like a mohawk. And there are 8 pointed spikes going down. From across his chest, chains wrap around and drape off of his shoulders like a cloak. And he just and all the other devils that are on the demon grinder and on the tormentor wait.
I think we've gotten the attention of the right person.
Yeah, I'm hoping we put out enough roleplay power that we don't have to put out too much combat power.
Yeah.
Also, again, I think I picked a good song. As I'm singing this song, like, it's obvious I'm singing it to him. Just looking at the lyrics.
That's what I was saying. Just like awkwardly glaring at him as he comes up. Like,
Oh, that's why. Okay. I was trying to look up an image, but I had it on uncategorized instead of all. This is who approaches.
Oh boy.
cool.
Oh boy.
Nice.
So you know, Jaime, when I first designed Asher and his gauntlets had the chain whip, they were Vrelnak chains, and Vrelnaks are the Pathfinder version of these guys.
Ah.
So that chain is the whip and stuff. Those gauntlets, those bracers that he's wearing, that's what Asher's gauntlets look like in their original iteration. But yeah, okay. Yeah. For whom the bell tolls, time marches on. Yeah, I'm just jamming for it. And once we're at the end of the song, if does he just like walk up and wait, or is he just like staring at us, or does he attack?
He stares and he waits.
How far out from our vehicle? So I would set up the food probably 100 feet out from the vehicle. 50 feet out from the vehicle. How far beyond that is he? Like, how far from the food is he?
Let me see if I can. Oh, what is that? Oh. He's in this square.
Yeah, I would once I was done jamming, I would set my instrument down, whatever my instrument is. I'd craft it out of illusion, so it doesn't really matter. I create all the music anyways. But I am this cloaked in starry night animated kind of guy, and I just like hop down off the stage, which is basically the top of the vehicle, and I would walk up to the table, probably 10 feet in front of the food, and I would just gesture across it and say, "A soldier's respite for a general." We hear snoring again.
I've been here snoring for a little while.
That's not me this time.
Dirk, are you snoring?
He is.
Yep.
I think it is Dirk.
Dirk, wake up.
I'm here.
You dozed off on us. You were snoring.
Sorry.
No worries, dude.
That's okay. We know that you're tired from the procedure.
And yeah,
Right back to sleep.
So yeah, I yell, I call out a soldier's respite, aka this is the perfect place to parlay. Like most soldiers anywhere know what a soldier's respite is. Like on a battlefield, this is when generals from opposing armies could sit down and have a bite. So I'm appealing to his lawful side. Basically letting him know I don't have a plan to attack so long as you don't have a plan to attack until all this food is gone.
yeah. The most famous one happened during World War II at Christmas, or World War One at Christmas.
Yep.
When
Yep.
they got together and played soccer and ate and sang Christmas carols, and
Yep.
then they went back the next day to start killing each other again.
The Christmas ceasefire, which yes was World War One actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was the last year of World War One, 1918 or 1917, because it ended in 1918.
He narrows his
So
eyes
Go
in
ahead.
suspicion.
let him roll an insight check on me.
No, hold on. Madre de Dios. He narrows his eyes in suspicion and looks over everyone in the group. You are neither devil nor demon. What is your purpose here?
At the moment, my purpose is dinner and a show. When this is said and done, my purpose is the defeat of my enemies.
And they are?
The Abyssal Horde, and I wouldn't say the Abyssal Horde. I would say the chaos that threatens reality. Making it obvious that like the realm of chaos is where I have a problem. Even though I'm a cartoon character.
Well spoken. I am Princeps Kovic. I feel it fair.
Well met. Oh, go ahead. I was going to introduce myself. My apologies.
I feel it fair to warn you that you are in my territory.
By that token, Princeps, well met. We are Stone's masquerading menagerie, traveling entertainers and warriors, bound on a mission. How do I say this? We bid your parlance, for there is no reason, for we pose no threat to you.
No, I suppose you don't. As he looks up towards Crickendolt. Very well. He motions, or he makes a motion with his hand. And then from the Tormentor, come 4 barbed devils. From the Demon Grinder, 8 bearded devils disembark.
Wolf.
And then coming up from behind, you actually see 2 more devil's rides with 2 more bearded devils.
Quite the cadre.
We share a common goal.
Forgive me if I seem impudent. Again, because we are in parlance, we are parlaying. Forgive me if I seem impudent, but I would assume all devils share our goal. The swift end of the blood war. I see upon your banner, and I just kind of gesture, that you bear the banneret of the 8th Remnant. We have never seen your ilk standing separate from the hordes of Zariel. Is your goal the same as theirs? Out of game, I'm basically trying to give him the opportunity, because you've already explained to us, and actually Mad Maggie explained to us, that he has the same goal as Zariel, but that he is not necessarily loyal to her. He just cares about fighting the war. So I'm basically give him the opportunity to state his case on his own.
His fist slams the table before him. The 8th Remnant is just that. A remnant of the 8th Legion. I don't expect you to understand. Our superiors basically let us lay as lambs to a sacrifice, left us to die. These brothers I've bonded or I've brought back together, so we can fight the true fight. Get these demons out of hell.
I incline my head and say, "You're right. I do not know of the struggle of a soldier." But I gesture to Gilwyn and say, "The members of our troop do." It was my friend here who suggested the ballad for which I played to you, or for which I played as you approached. And I'm basically telling Gilwyn, like, "Hey, come up. You're technically the leader of the troop."
Right.
But out of game, you were a soldier, right? In game, I mean. You fought a
What's
war. You fought a war against demons, didn't you?
Well, the demons fought a war against us. We didn't really. They kind of mowed us down, but we resisted as much as possible. But yeah, I don't even know how to roleplay this. I've been so enamored with you.
I ask Kovic and say, "If it would please you and your men, I shall continue to entertain them for a time, and then we can discuss anything at this parlance and at this soldier's respite."
He regains his composure, takes a breath, I will allow it.
I'm not sure how much farther we should go without Gurk, guys.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. I just want to get my last round of lyrics up here.
I love that you're doing them in infernal. I can read them.
That one stretched out really fucking long.
Yeah, it did.
It's Indestructible by Disturbed.
Ah.
Sorry, I'm just fading really fast.
You're good, buddy.
No,
Yep,
we're
you're
gonna
good.
wrap up here.
Given the songs that I have chosen, GM, I would basically like to roll persuasion with advantage to convince him that we're allies, that we don't need to fight. Because, you said he eyed us suspiciously anyways, and I basically just want to clear all the suspicion. So For Whom the Bell Tolls is about a single soldier, in particular often like the leader, the general that his men would stand with. And then Indestructible is just a soldier's song about what they face, whether that's a leader or not. Down to and including, it talks about the masters or whatever failing to command correctly. To do as a bard would do and basically say that while I may not understand your story personally, I understand it in story.
Fair enough. I'll allow it.
One would be another good one.
Yeah, that was actually next on my list, but since we're cutting it short.
Yeah. Because it's, again, about the individual who's been affected by war rather than just a soldier.
Yep. 22 on my persuasion.
Okay. He seems to have relaxed as much as a soldier could relax.
Oh, and I absolutely in my concert invite the devils to have their own mosh pit, which I understand that with them being bearded devils and barbed devils, that's a bloody ass Rakdos level conflagration, but I still feel like it would be appropriate for them. unless anybody else has something they want to do, like I'm actually fine with wrapping up there. Like we've convinced this guy we're allies. We don't necessarily need to be on our or well, it feels that way at least. We don't necessarily need to be on our guard, and they don't need to be on theirs. And hopefully, we've just earned the right to pass through his territory.
Yeah, at the very least, keep it neutral. Like,
and if he asks, I won't lie. I will tell him our current destination is Bell's Forge. My allies and I are attempting to craft weapons of power and items of strength that will allow us to continue our journey, as it is difficult for mortals to travel. But as you say, Avernus, you know, you pulled your remnant together, and so must we pull ourselves together and gird ourselves for what is to come. So if he asks, I'll absolutely tell him we're headed to Bell's Forge. I don't need to tell him anything else. Hell, I might even mention that we're looking for the traveling market. Mahadi's market.
Yeah.
Because he might know where it is. But that's all stuff we can save for next time if you want.
Okay, yeah, we'll save that for next time.
yeah, we can jump right into roleplay.
Yay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for helping me put on a rock show.
Yeah.
Did what we could.
It was fun.
All right, so you successfully did a couple of things. You saved Bazat from being dipped in the ooze for the rest of eternity. You permanently changed a tributary of the River Styx, releasing a pit fiend known as Shummrath, or Shummrath.
Which was kind of cool.
And
Not
you've
gonna lie.
managed to run across and gain audience with Prince Kovic.